All right, guys, May 16th, almost 5:30. We just did a little turkey hunting. After this thunderstorm that went by a couple hours ago, it probably rained for a good 1 to 2 hours, high winds. But we were out this morning fishing, and we caught 20 plus fish, smallmouth on beds. It was insane. So if you haven't checked out that video already, go check it out. I'm sure it's up by now. But we're gonna be heading to a lake I haven't fished yet this year for open water. Fished it during ice season this past year. A lot of bass, a lot of largemouth, a lot of smallmouth. I say it's 50-50, depends where you are on the lake. But we're gonna be going after smallmouth. I kind of found a good area in the summer where it looked to be a nice big flat with rocks, and it looks like it would be a good spot where these fish would have beds. So we're gonna be kind of going in that area. Going to target some bedded smallmouth is the goal. But this lake is kind of getting worse, I think, over the years, just because of the Eurasian milfoil, which is an invasive species. I feel like the habitat used to be really good with a lot of rock, sand, bottom, and now that Eurasian milfoil is really taking over and kind of ruining the smallmouth habitat. But we're gonna get the boat hooked up here. It's probably about 68 degrees. Should be a nice night. The wind finally just died down an hour or two ago after these storms pushed through. But tomorrow going to be pretty cold, so we got a cold front pushing through tonight. I'm sure the fishing will be good. Hopefully we find those smallmouth on bed. Stay tuned. See you out there. All right, guys, we just got out. Yeah, you can obviously see all the Eurasian milfoil I was talking about. That's kind of taking over the lake. It's really bad right here by the boat landing, which is probably where it started. But I just saw a couple of largemouth cruising in here. Perfect conditions, like super perfect. There's another little bass right there. Super dark that way. According to the radar, it's gonna split us and we're not gonna get hit, but I think it's starting to sprinkle already, which is perfect. But there's scattered rain showers all afternoon. Probably gonna put on the rain gear here. So, and then we're gonna start casting, so stay tuned. Water temp is really warm right here, 68. That's the warmest I've seen it all year. We're only in three feet of water, but pretty warm right here. All right, guys, we've been on here for a little bit. Finally calmed down again. And I don't know, I was thinking about almost going back, but we're gonna stay out here. Hopefully it pays off. I've yet to catch a fish. But I was talking to myself about how I forgot my topwater rod, but I do have a bunch of topwater baits. So we're just gonna tie one of these Berkeley Choppos on. This is a perfect size for smallies, but works for largemouth as well. We'll be using this bad boy. In 2 days on Sunday, we're going to be going to the river, chasing after some big river smallies. But I mean, right now it's pretty calm and I'm just itching at the bit to get on a topwater bite, to be honest. So we'll see what happens here. There we go. Finally. First topwater fish of the year. Feisty one. Got a feeling it's gonna be a smallie. I've only been fishing this bait for 5 minutes. Yep, smallmouth. Look at that. Sweet. That was cool. First topwater fish of the year, and it's probably 14-inch smallie. Long, thin fish. And that's number one of the evening for this lake. Not bad. Another one. Nice. One feels a little better. We're on a topwater bite. Another smallmouth. We're counting it. That was my second fish and my third blow up. That was definitely a better one. Missed it. There's a lot of fish back here. I gotta smoke it. That might be annoying. Holy crap, look at that fish. Smallmouth. Hooked really weird. It's a fifth blow up. There's another smallmouth. Follow him in. A much bigger one. Right below the boat right now. That's nuts. Holy crap. That was gnarly. Well, I don't know if we can count that last one that got off right at the boat, but that's number 2.5. Surprised we're catching smallies over here, honestly. I thought we were going to be catching more largemouth, but I'll take smallies all day. It's starting to rain. There's some weird looking clouds over there that definitely look like thunderstorms that are going to be working their way past us here. But luckily, you can see blue skies behind them, so hopefully they come through quick. But around this island here, there's a lot of smallmouth in the past that I've seen. So we're gonna see if we can get something to bite. All we've been able to catch so far on this topwater bait is smallmouth. And I can't believe we haven't caught a largemouth yet, especially on that stretch we just fished. Because there's a lot of largemouth as well in here. But we're gonna keep fishing, hopefully catch a couple more. There we go, largemouth right there. That's funny. Just nipped that and barely had him hooked. Here comes the rain. It's fish number 3. Dude, that fish has missed it freaking twice now. That was insane. There are a couple beds up in here, right where I was getting my blow-ups. That one has a smaller fish on it. These other two seem empty. There we go. Well, first bedfish on this lake. It's number 5. 4 or 5, if you count that one I lost. But that guy missed my topwater bait a few times. And I threw the wacky rig in there and couldn't catch him, and sure as shit, there was a bed up there. We got a couple more beds over here. And with the wind calming down, I think we can catch these fish. There's quite a few beds in here. There's a big rock bar right here. There's beds all along it. All these buoys coming up from this island. It's real shallow, a bunch of rocks, basically a huge rock bar going out. Once you get that way, when it gets deeper, but rest is pretty shallow, so I'm thinking there's gonna be some smallies up here. Yep, one just missed it. I mean, it's crazy the amount of fish that have missed this bait today. I bet you there's been over 10 fish that have missed it. We'll see if we can catch this fish again. But wouldn't surprise me if that fish was on a bed. Biggest smallie of the day. Oh, sorry, buddy. A lot of these lakes, these fish are so long and narrow, like short. It's the longest fish today, probably close to 16. A lot of beds up in here, but not a lot of fish on them. And when I do see a fish, it's super skittish. That one was real aggressive though. Alright guys, I think we're gonna call it quits while I'm ahead here. Looks like there's another possible rain shower coming our way, and we are gonna end the night on the high note. Pretty good couple hours out here. Conditions definitely were kind of changing on and off very fast. First when I got out here it was glass, and within 5 minutes we had high speed winds and it started sprinkling a little bit, and then it calmed down again, and then it started raining again, and now it's pretty nice out, but the wind's picking back up as this storm front comes in. So we're gonna head back to the launch. I was hoping to get to the other lake. It's the same lake, but there's two main areas connected by a channel, and I was hoping to go to that other side, but because I wanted to bedfish this one area, but when I got out here it was cloudy, so it's pretty hard to bedfish when it's cloudy. But we ended up getting on a couple bedfish in here. Definitely wasn't like this morning, a lot of beds but not a lot of fish on the beds, and if we did see a fish it was pretty skittish. I think we caught 2 bedfish, and the rest were all on topwater. So got my first topwater fish of the year tonight. Caught quite a few actually. A lot of misses. Probably had 10 plus fish and missed my bait, which kind of is unreal to think about, because usually that doesn't happen. You know, usually you'll have probably, I don't know, 25% miss the bait, but I mean, I bet you 75% miss the bait. So either way, fun night out here. It's only 7:44. We got like an hour left of light, but we're gonna head back, cook some dinner, and then probably go turkey hunting tomorrow morning. So stay tuned for more videos. Thanks for watching.